2016 was such a remarkable time on YouTube. I'm sure you all can remember some of your favorite moments, kind of back in the golden age of YouTube when people were doing things that wouldn't fly today. You had the podcasts, you had the Jojis, you had the iDubbbz. What I can remember most is it's kind of when ASMR started to pop off. It started out as kind of something wacky and weird. I searched it up and I ended up finding one creator throughout the many. Now, of course, you had your GBs, you had your ASMR darlings, you had your JoJos. You've even had some of the more controversial characters we've been seeing more often than not, being Angelica, being Gwen Gwiz. You had all these big ASMR names that were kind of starting off around this time, and most of all, the one I remember most, the one I found first, thanks to some of that ear licking, was CherryCrush. And I regret to inform you all that CherryCrush, after about 8 years, probably longer than that, of being on YouTube, has been banned. Now, I want to shout out a sub named Boston2Boca for the idea of this video, because he actually brought it to my attention that Cherry was banned. You know, after all this time, after all these years, even after some pretty, what would you say, interesting videos that I decided to make regarding the situation, regarding YouTube guidelines, blah, 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 regarding people like CherryCrush, she's finally been removed from the platform. And I feel a bit iffy on it. At points, I think that there are definitely some moments where she created content that doesn't deserve or doesn't belong on YouTube, especially when people like me, commentary channels, other ASM artists are banned, terminated, lose their livelihoods. And then you have someone like CherryCrush, who has a past in creating spicy content, and that essentially led her to becoming an ASM artist in the first place. You know, being able to post some pretty borderline risky content and suffer no type of punishment for it has finally been banned. So it's almost like a breath of fresh air, but at the same time, another bit of a dangerous side of ASMR, because we're going to see more and more people be taken out. But so Boston2Boca pointed out to me, he said, and her channel is gone. I do prefer other girls for ASMR content, but YouTube has been taking the piss lately with their nonsense. Call me crazy, but I think YouTube will flatline in the next decade. And that's a whole different topic for a whole other day. You definitely might have some, a bit of a discussion there regarding YouTube. YouTube has been going down a bit, but would it be because they're banning ASMR girls? I don't know if I would link it in that way. I would link it in maybe the algorithm screwing around, you know, content becoming low quality, slop, you know, AI starting to take over in regards to content generation, where everything is just pumped and dumped, not really edited, no quality assurance, things like that. But that's, again, a whole other topic for a whole other day. And I said to Boston, thanks for the heads up. That's weird. She hasn't even mentioned being banned, and it looks like it literally just happened. Even Social Blade still shows her stats from just yesterday. I want to make an updated video covering the ban, but I can't even tell if she actually is, or maybe she just deleted the channel herself. Boston says there was a post on her social media where she mentioned that people were warning her for her channel could be terminated due to her latest upload at the time. So maybe she was prepared for it. It was definitely terminated due to violating YouTube's guidelines, though. Seems YouTube is cracking down on ASMR content lately. And I said that's interesting because she has another channel that's still up where she does that type of content. Can you show me or link me where she says that's why? And that's that. He didn't reply. I have to get this video out, but of course I will keep you guys updated. But you know, not to call out Boston, you know, I'm appreciative that he came to me and told me this information, posted it so that I'm able to keep you guys updated. But I feel like calling Cherry's content just ASMR content is not exactly genuine. For years now, she has towed the edge, you know, walked on thin ice of YouTube and We've seen it with people like Luna Rex, where they've been a little creative with the titles, to say the least, and have creative thumbnails where they're a little more something you'd see on sites for adults only compared to sites you'd see on YouTube. And Cherry, of course, having that past in certain sites like that, having a present in certain sites like that, and probably having a future in sites like that, I don't see those thumbnails going away, those titles changing much, and evidently it led to her channel being terminated. Of course, as mentioned, I brought up Social Blade. We can switch on over here and see the Social Blade hasn't even updated to kind of show that Cherry has, you know, lost her channel. As we can see, she started this channel in 2012 and 14. Wait, I'm not good at math. Delete that. 12 years ago, she started this channel. Over the course of those 12 years, 259 million views, 1 million subscribers, 370 videos, bringing in about 382 to 6,000 a month, probably somewhere in between those, if she was even monetized. Again, creating very, very risky content like Cherry does and has is, for the most part, it can lead you to losing your monetization, getting strikes, losing eligibility to even be monetized, things like that, being shadow banned, things like that. And so that's fine for someone like CherryCrush, because of course she has, you know, 5 other websites that she can get money from. Whether it's, I'm not even going to say any names, just in fear of losing monetization. But you know what sites I'm referring to, the ones you usually will see where it's like, check out my links if you want blah, 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 blah. If you want to see me crush some cherries, blah, blah, blah. And so we even can see where 520, which was yesterday, stopped getting updates. 519, she got 58,000 views. And then we can see right here on the 7th of May, she lost 565,000 views. The way you lose views is because you either private something, you delete something, you get a copyright strike, which causes something to get deleted. And then we see something interesting here on the 13th. She didn't get any views. That might just be an error. But yeah, as you can see, she lost 2 million views on December of 2021. And for the most part, you know, every other month has been fine. And then June 2023, she lost 11 million views. And now, since we don't know 100% what's happened, let's pretend that here she got some type of guideline strike. And then we can pretend that here she got maybe a few guideline strikes, because 11 million is an insane number. If we were to pretend that she got 1 million views on all of those videos, that's 11 videos deleted. And then, of course, just on the 7th, she lost 565,000, which might have been an entire video in itself again. YouTube is changing, and we've known this. I've covered solely ASMR, who has lost her channel for posting this type of risky content. I even posted about Cornelius, who dabbled in a bit of riskier content, and she ended up being caught in the crossfire. Luckily, she's gotten her channel back, and, you know, she's still streaming. She's a cool person. So I'm glad she was able to kind of learn what's cool, what's not allowed on YouTube. But I feel like someone like CherryCrush, who's been on YouTube for, you know, 10 years, knows what's right and wrong, has probably had their fair share of guideline strikes, added, removed, and, you know, she finally crossed the line. Something that I've covered in the past, again, with all these different types of ASMR creators, is this whole transparent try-on haul, this see-through haul content type stuff. Someone told me that she ended up posting one of these videos to her main channel, which is what caused the termination of her account. And that very well could be so. Again, I can't really see anything. I checked all of her Twitters, all of her Instagram. I checked everything for any type of message from her. At this point, I don't know if she even runs her social medias anymore. Everything that she posts is like a bit of a raunchy photo, and it'll say, go to my links, what's your favorite color, blah, blah, blah. It'll be interesting type of content like that, where it's just to drive sales to her other less suitable websites. And so what I can say is, if she posted this kind of content onto her ASMR channel, I would understand why it's been terminated. However, this channel that's up right here is also ran by CherryCrush. It consists only of that type of content. And she even posted an ASMR video a month ago. So this makes me wonder, why is YouTube suddenly cracking down on this transparent try-on stuff? You know, as I've done in the past, I've gone through the YouTube guidelines and I've read through it very thoroughly, and it's very difficult to understand what is and what is not allowed. For the most part, it's basic, like don't post illegal things, don't post actual hardcore, but regarding these try-on holes, there is not anything specifically saying you can't show your bits in context of see-through clothing. And that's why we can see Cherry has these videos up from 4 months ago that are still up. And in my other video of Cherry, you can see where I showed this part. I'm not going to show it this time because I don't want to risk losing, ad suitability, or, risking getting this video demonetized or whatever, not being able to be seen by everyone, because I do want to bring attention to this. And I do want to kind of warn creators out there who have a source of income coming in from YouTube that they are cracking down. It's no more Mr. Nice Guy. No, it's no longer a wasteland where you can just, flop them out and put some hearts on the thumbnail and get money. It could be if you're slick with it, but we've seen CherryCrush, who had 1 million subscribers and who was able to get away with this content for years, finally be banned. So now she's going to have to go, be more full-time on Twitch and Kick or her other platforms. But that's about it today, my friends. CherryCrush has been banned from YouTube. This is a warning to all my other friends in the ASMR community. Be careful. If you like to, tease a little bit, if you like to appeal to a more male audience, or maybe you want to appeal to some lesbians out there, that's okay. But be careful with what you're posting, because YouTube is no longer going to just allow you to be, freaky deaky. You're going to get banned. You're going to get strikes. You're going to get your channel terminated, and you're going to lose, 10 years of content in Cherry's case. You might even, might end up like Soli, where she lost 3-4 years of content, or Cornelius losing 6 years of content. And you don't want to lose your YouTube channel. What you want to do is create content that is suitable for the website. And then, if you want, you tell people, hey, go check out my other sites on Twitter, on Instagram, the family-friendly sites, and then let adults make the decision to go check out your other work. No more of the, come to YouTube and I'm going to be doing blah, 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 because that's not what YouTube is for. YouTube is a platform for all audiences, especially when it's this kind of ASMR content that's not exactly age limited. Any child, anyone can find a CherryCrush video. Well, not anymore because she's banned, but they could have. And one click away from seeing her in her full, all natural, God-made glory, if you know what I mean. And that's not a good thing. But regardless, that's all for the day, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.